This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube, and this is Sports Final, brought to you by the L2C Media Network. And now, with the headlines that make the details, or with the details that make the headlines, one of these days I'm going to write that intro. I'm Harry von Stuttgart, and now with the details from the headlines that make the sports world go round, here's Steve the Baxman Baxley. All right, hail and hello, everybody. I know the one thing we forgot to do, we got to do it. So bear with us for a second and or 2/3 whilst we do a little changing of the guard here. Hello, welcome. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome one and all to our little sports Corsican ball. That's right. It's the only ball that lets us and allows us to show how big our sporty balls really are. And by the way, thank you, Mandy, for giving me the ultimate catchphrase for a sportscast. That's right. We are proud as we should be about our big sporty balls, and we're not afraid to show them. Except I'm sitting down, and we are, as always, here at the Fred McLeod Sports Desk at Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson. And we're about to hit you up with some sporty goodness from our sporty balls. That's right. It is time to give you some sports. So while I do that, let me get a little drinky poo here. There we go. All right, there we go. As always, we begin with baseball action, and all of our scores, by the way, are presented to you by the fun folks at William Hill Sportsbook. They know how to treat big sporty balls. They make them interesting. That's right. At William Hill Sportsbook, we make it interesting, but we do it responsibly. And we hope you do too. Okay, let's get you the scores of the games that are still in progress. Boy, are they ever. In the sixth inning, it is the Oakland Athletics over the Los Angeles Angels, 1-0, 1-4-0 for the Athletics, 0-6-0 for the Angels. In the sixth inning, it is the Arizona Diamondbacks over the defending World Series champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers, 3-1, 3-4-1 for the Diamondbacks, 1 for the Dodgers. Also in the sixth inning, the Houston Astros, they're leading the San Francisco Giants 7-2. 7-8-0 for the Stros, 2-4-1 for the Giants. The Rockies, Colorado Rockies, in the sixth inning lead and are decimating the San Diego Padres by a score of 9-0, 9-1 for the Rockies, 0-3-0 for Le Padres. The Washington Nationals are beating the Chicago Cubs 4-3. What has happened to the Cubs? They were in the pennant race. Now they're just trying to stay above water. Wow. That's a little bright, guys. Can we, thank you. Thank you. Nice soft tone. 4-9-0 for the Nats, 3-8-1 for the Cubs. Oh, I forgot. Okay, this is a final. Thank you. Espino is your winner for the Nats. Arrieta, by the way, he's 3-2 for the win. Arrieta got the loss. He's 5-10. Groovy, man. Real groovy. There we go. Just sit it down rapidly. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Arrieta 5-10 is his record for the loss. And Finnegan gets his second save for the Nationals. Pittsburgh Pirates blanked the Philadelphia Phillies 7-0, 7-12-0 for the Pirates, 0-1-0 for the Phils. Crow gets the win. He's 3-5 for the Pirates. Velasquez gets the loss for the Phils. He's 3-6. Blue Jays came back against the Royals 6-4, 6-10-1 for the Blue Jays, 4-7-0 for the Royals. Stripling gets the win for the Blue Jays. He's 4-6. Lynch gets the Ziggy for the loss. He's 1-3, and Romano gets his ninth save for the Blue Jays. The woes of the Orioles ended tonight. They beat the Detroit Tigers 4-3, 4-7-0 for the Orioles, 3-8-0 for the Tigers. Harvey gets the win for the Orioles. He's 6-10. Screwball gets the loss. By the way, he's also 6-10. And believe it or not, Sulcer gets his fourth save for the Orioles. Tampa Bay Rays over the Boston Red Sox 7-3. 7-10-0 for Los Reyes. 3-10-1 for the Red Sox. Fleming gets the win for the Rays. He's 8-5. Perez gets a loss. He's 2-7. Cincinnati Reds over the New York Mets by a score of 6-2. 6-10-0 for the Reds. 2-8-0 for the Mets. Gray was green with envy with the win. He's 3-6. Castro got the loss. He's 2-3. Yankees over the New York Yankees over the Miami Marlins 3-1, 3-7-1 for the Yanks, 1-8-0 for the Marlins. Talon gets the win for the Yanks. He's 7-4. Thompson gets the loss for the Marlins. He's 2-4, and Chapman gets his 21st save. Milwaukee Brewers over the Atlanta Braves 9-5, 9-13-0 for the Brews, 5-10-1 for the Braves. Boxberger. If you had a Boxberger, tremendous, isn't it? 4-2 is his win for the Brews. Toussaint gets lost for the Braves. He's 1-2. Seattle Mariners beat the Texas Rangers 9-5, 9-10-0 for the Mariners, 5-7-1 for the Rangers. Gilbert gets the win for the Mariners. He's 5-2. Allard gets a loss. He's 2-9. Chicago White Sox beat up on the Cleveland. We don't know what the hell we're calling our team now. We'll explain that as well. They say they're going to call them the Gladiators. There's a roller derby team that says, well, if you pay us, you can call them that. Anyway, White Sox over the Indians 6-4, 6-11-0 for the White Sox, 4-9-2 for the Indians. Ruiz gets a win for the White Sox. He's 1-1. Garanchuk gets a loss for the Indians. He's 7-3, and Hendricks gets his 26th save for the White Sox. And finally, St. Louis Cardinals beat up on the Minnesota Twins 5-1, 5-8-0 for the Cards, 1-9-0 for the Twins. Halsey gets the win for the Cards. He is 6-4. Duffy gets the loss. Yes, sad but true. Duffy does get the loss. He is. Hello, can we get the he is? Yes, thank you. He is 2-3 for his dubious duty of honor. And that is the baseball situation until we do our news lines. Let's go now to, speaking of baseball, the minor league folk. That's right, and we always start with AAA. Yes, AAA, folks. That's right. And let's go. We got two games that are still going in the mid-7th. Sacramento leads Reno 7-1. And in the bottom of the 8th inning, Tacoma over Vegas 3-2. Let's go for the final scores. Worcester over Buffalo 6-2, 6-8-0 for Worcester, 2-5-0 for Buffalo. Syracuse over Scranton Wilkes-Barre 6-0, 6-10-0 for Syracuse, 0-3-2 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Jacksonville over Charlotte 4-2, 4-6-1 for Jacksonville, 2-6-2 for Charlotte. Toledo, oh, we know why you're still in Ohio. That's right. And I gotta shove me around because I'm not actually centered correctly. There we are. I'm centered. And I look schvetty. Okay, where are we? Oh, yeah. Toledo beat Omaha 11-1, 11-14-1 for Toledo. 1, 2, and 2 for Omaha. Lehigh Valley over Rochester 3-2, 3-8-1 for Lehigh Valley. 2-8-0 for Rochester. Norfolk defeated Dunham in 5 innings. Why 5 innings, you may ask? Maybe because it was raining. 8-2, the final score, 8-5-0 for Norfolk, 2-4-0 for Dunham. El Paso over Sugarland, 6-3, 6-10-0 for El Paso, 3-1-1 for Sugarland. Oklahoma City over Round Rock, 8-3, 8-9-0 for Oklahoma City, 3-5-2 for Round Rock. Indianapolis over St. Paul, 8-4, 8-11-0 for Indianapolis, 4-9-3 for St. Paul. Nashville over Columbus, 10-5, 10-10-0 for Nashville, 5-6-0 for Columbus. Gwinnett over Memphis, 8-7, 8-11-0 for Gwinnett, 7-9-0 for Memphis. Albuquerque, the Isotopes over the Salt Lake, 10-4, 10-12-0 for Albuquerque, 4-7-1 for Salt Lake. And in a game that only went 5 innings till it got suspended, they'll be completed tomorrow. Louisville leads Iowa 3-2. Game will start in the 5th inning tomorrow. Time to be determined. Obviously, it'll be in the afternoon. Okay, let's go Double A, and believe it or not, once more, Double A. They got everything a final. Everything a final needs, they got it. New Hampshire over Portland, 5-3, 5-10-0 for New Hampshire, 3-7-1 for Portland. Biloxi over Montgomery, 4-1, 4-7-0 for Biloxi, 1-4-0 for Montgomery. That was the nightcap. In the first game of the double dip, it was Biloxi over Montgomery, 3-1, 3-6-0 for Biloxi, 1-5-0 for Montgomery. Yay! Did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay. Bowie over Richmond, 5-3, 5-10-0 for Bowie, 3-8-1 for Richmond. Chattanooga, 10-3 winner over Tennessee, 10-10-1 for Chattanooga, 3-9-0 Tennessee. Harrisburg over Altoona, 8-2, 8-11-0 for Harrisburg, 2-4-0 for Altoona. Somerset over Reading, 7-0, 7-8-1 for Somerset, 0-4-2 for Reading. Binghamton over Hartford, 3-1, 3-9-0 for Binghamton, 1-5-2 for Hartford. Akron over Erie, 7-4, 7-9-0 for Akron. Full. That's right, one more time. Full for Erie. Final in 10 innings, Midland over Tulsa, 4-3, 4-7-1 for Midland, 3-7-1 for Tulsa. Arkansas over Springfield, Arkansas over Springfield, 7-5, 7-11-0 for Arkansas, 5-11-0 for Springfield. Northwest Arkansas, or for those of us down south, that would be Northwest Arkansas. Beat Wichita 9-1, 9-10-2 for Wichita, 1-5-1. 9-10-2 Northwest Arkansas, 1-5-1 for Wichita. Frisco, I left my heart in San Francisco, but my pants I left in her apartment. Anyway. Frisco over Corpus Christi, 5-4, 5-8-2 for Frisco, 4-6-1 for Corpus Christi. Final 11 innings. San Antonio over Amarillo, 7-5, 7-7-0 for San Antonio, 5-13-1 for Amarillo. We got 2 games that were postponed due to rain and or lightning and or wet grounds. Let's see, shall we? Yes, sir. Birmingham and Rocket City for Lightning. It'll be made up tomorrow. Mississippi and Pensacola, due to wet, unplayable grounds, that'll be made up July 31st, tomorrow as well. That's right. Okay, we've had the triple, we've had the double. How about the high A? Yes, the high A. And here we go. Top of the 6th inning. Vancouver is spanking Spokane 11-9. Maybe they're doing the Mandy Sutra. 11-9 final score. 11-13-0 for Vancouver. 9-11-1 for Spokane. Top of the sixth, Eugene leads Everett 9-5. 9-10-1 for Eugene. 5-6-1 Everett. And they have just went to the bottom of the sixth inning. It is still 9-5. 9-10-1 for Eugene. 5-6-1 for Everett. Top of the fourth inning, Tri-City blanks Hillsboro in as we go into the top of the fourth. It's 7-0, 7-6-0 for Tri-City. And we don't want to say it, but there looks like magic moments taking place as we enter the fourth inning because we got goose eggs all across the board. Yeah, okay. Brooklyn over to Jersey Shore, 4-0, 4-8-0 Brooklyn. Jersey Shore, 6-1. Okay, and in the first game of the Brooklyn Jersey Shore tete-a-tete, Jersey Shore beat Brooklyn again. Well, no, Brooklyn won the second game, so Jersey Shore won the first game 3-0, 3-4-0 for Jersey Shore, 0-4-2 for Brooklyn. Greensboro over Winston-Salem 9-1, 9-10-1 for Greensboro, 1-2-0 for Winston-Salem. Asheville over Rome 8-2, 8-15-1 for Asheville, 2-5-1 for Rome. Greenville over Hickory 9-8, 9-12-1 for Greenville, 8-13-1 for Hickory. Wilmington over Hudson Valley 6-5, 6-11-0 for Wilmington, 5-8-1 for Hudson Valley. In 10 innings, it was Bowling Green over Aberdeen 10-9, 10-11-1 for Bowling Green, 9-12-5 for Aberdeen. Lansing Lugnuts, my people, beat up Fort Wayne by a score of 9-6, 9-11-2 for Lansing, 6-12-1 for Fort Wayne. Great Lakes came back to take out West Michigan for 5-4, 5-6-1 for Great Lakes, 4-7-2 for West Michigan. Lake County over Dayton, 8-5, 8-5-2 Lake County, 5-6-0 for Dayton. Quad Cities over South Bend in 10 innings, 7-6, 7-12-1 for the Quad, 6-8-0 for South Bend. Also in 10 innings, Beloit over Peoria, 5-4, 5-11-0 for Beloit, 4-13-2 for Peoria. In the first game of the Tri-City Hillsboro little tete-a-tete, and I think they did have the tete-a-tete, otherwise known as a two-game tap dance. Yes, sir, two-game tap dance. Let's do the scoring. It was Hillsboro 5, Tri-City Docerino. And in 11 innings, Cedar Rapids beat Wisconsin 6-5, 6-9-0 Cedar Rapids, 5-10-4 Wisconsin. Now, we got one league left, kiddies, and that league just happens to be the low A. That's right. We go low A on this one. Bottom of the eighth inning, it is Visalia 4, Stockton 3, 4-7-1 for Visalia, 3-8-1 for Stockton. Top of the seventh, I know we just give the score. We don't get the line score of games that are continuing, that are yeah. For example, Modesto over Rancho Cucamonga right now in the top of the seventh, 13-7. Fresno over Lake Elsinore, 3-0 in the bottom of the eighth. Final scores, and this is where we get you complete. Tampa over Palm Beach, 7-3, 7-12-0 for Tampa, 3-5-2 for Palm Beach. That was the second game. In the first game, Tampa won over Palm Beach 6-2, 6-10-1 for Tampa, 2-8-1 for Palm Beach. Dunedin over Bradenton 12-5, 12-11-3 for Dunedin, 5-8-1 for Bradenton. Jupiter over Lakeland 17-0, 17-17-1 for Jupiter, 0-5-2 for Lakeland. Carolina over Lynchburg 4-3. 4-7-2 for Carolina, 3-8-0 for Lynchburg. Salem over Kannapolis, 8-2, 8-14-1 for Salem, 2-7-2 for Kannapolis. Down East defeated Fayetteville 15-10, 15-9-6 for Down East, 10-7-3 for Fayetteville. Daytona over St. Lucie. 8-2, 870 Daytona, 262 St. Lucie. St. Lucie. Thank you. Delmarva over Fredericksburg 7-3, 7-10-1 for Delmarva, 3-7-1 for Fredericksburg. Charleston over Columbus 12-6, 12-17-1 for Charleston, 6-6-3 for Columbia. Augusta over Myrtle Beach 10-3, 10-11-0 for Augusta, 3-6-1 Myrtle Beach. San Jose over in the Inland Empire. Score 8-3, 8-10-0 for San Jose, 3-6-1 for the Inland Empire. Fort Myers and Clearwater were postponed due to COVID. And that's your baseball scoreboard right there. And we will have the international sports in but a moment. We just want to make mention that right now on the Ricada Law channel, it is the weekend edition of Lost Blaney Interwebs. And as you know, Friday night, anything goes, especially when your guest is the one, the only Drexel. That's right. It's the humble Minnesota attorney, Nick Ricada, and his good friend Drexel. They've got some great stuff for you tonight. It's a cornucopia of fun and information, all with the wit and wisdom of Nick Ricada. They're 24 minutes into their show. It is midnight East, 11 Central on Ricada Law channel right here on YouTube. All right, folks, let us get to some news. And yes, in a move that does not surprise anyone, gymnast Simone Biles will not be competing in the event finals for the vault and uneven bars at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. USA Gymnastics.
There's an America we built and one we explore.
Thank you. USA Gymnastics announced that Biles has withdrawn from the two competitions, and a decision on participation in the floor exercises and balance beam finals has not yet been made. I thought she had decided not to do the individuals. Somebody told the media that, and we picked it up. Biles was slated to participate on Sunday. The floor exercise final is on Monday, and balance beam finals is on Tuesday. Let's just say this, Simone. Maybe you should just step aside. We're all pulling for you, but maybe this is what you got to do. What you got to do. If it's, the one thing you can do is face your fears and face what's getting to you. But it is your choice, your decision. This comes after Biles withdrew from the women's gymnastics team final event last week and followed that up by withdrawing from the individual all-around competition earlier this week. She was replaced by U.S. gymnastics teammate Jade Carey, who finished 8th. During the team final, Biles did begin by participating in the vault, which is traditionally her best event. Biles ended up making one attempt, but earned an untraditional 13.766 after being unable to clearly stick her landing. Now, following her attempt, the 24-year-old left the competition floor and later returned in a warmed-up attire. Just moments later, announced that Biles had withdrawn from the remainder of the team final. The U.S. did end up earning a silver in the team final following Biles' departure. Physically, I felt good. I'm in shape. Emotionally, that kind of varies on the time and moment. Coming to the Olympics and being head star isn't an easy feat, so we're just trying to take it one day at a time, and we'll see, Biles told Hoda Kotb on NBC's Today Show following her withdrawal. Despite Biles not participating in the individual all-around competition, the Americans still had plenty of success in the event as Suni Lee won the gold. Lee turned in an exceptional performance that featured a 15.300 score on the uneven bars, which was the highest score of any gymnast in the all-around final. It also marked the 5th consecutive Summer Olympics in which an American gymnast won the gold medal in the women's individual all-around event. Oh, but that's not all. That's not all in the old Olympic little baklava. Um, there is something big going on. With the grimy underbelly of international competitions exist no, within the grimy underbelly of international competitions exist doping scandals. There's also almost always animosities towards nations that find themselves wrapped up in those doping scandals. This underbelly has long been occupied by Russia, which has athletes participating in the Tokyo Olympics under the Russian Olympic Committee banner. After years of state sponsored doping scandals by Russian athletes, Russia was issued a from the Olympics, later reduced to a 2-year ban. Uh, from sending athletes to the Olympics under their national banner. In the Tokyo Games, just over 300 athletes are representing the ROC. Whether or not said athletes are operating within the boundaries of the game's rules was called into question after Thursday's swimming competition. After Russia's Evgeny Orilov won the men's 200-meter backstroke, American swimmer Ryan Murphy did not shy away from questioning the integrity of the competition. Murphy, who finished second in the race, expressed concern about doping and seemingly implied foul play on Rylov's part. Murphy is not the only athlete who has questioned the integrity of the Russian Olympic Committee and its athletes at the Tokyo Games. Great Britain's Luke Greenbank, who finished third behind Rylov, and Murphy also expressed concerns about Russia athletes competing. Despite doping scandals and the Olympic Committee's apparent lack of action towards it. But the complaints are not limited to swimming. The integrity of Russian athletes was also called into question in other arenas, such as when U.S. rower Megan Kalmo tweeted that the Russian crew of Vasilia Stepanova and Elena Oryabashanka shouldn't even be here if they won the silver in the A final. Now, in response to the criticism levied towards them and the athletes, the ROC issued a statement on Friday calling such allegations, quote, English language propaganda, oozing verbal sweat in the Tokyo heat through the mouths of athletes offended by defeats. How badly our victories unnerve our colleagues, read a tweet by the ROC. Yes, we are here at the Olympics. Absolutely right. Whether someone likes it or not, but you have to be able to lose. But not everyone is given this. This old hurdy-gurdy again started the song about Russian doping. Someone is twisting the handle diligently. We will not console you. Forgive those who are weaker. God is their judge, and for us, an assistant. According to USA Today's Rachel Axon, multiple investigations by the World Anti-Doping Association since 2014 have found that state-sponsored doping programs in Russia involved more than 1,000 athletes across 30 sports during the time period from 2011 to 2015. The WADA ruled that Russia had subverted anti-doping protocols into Olympics, such as when they used a hole in the wall to swap out dirty urine samples for clean ones at the Sochi Games. While WADA asked for a 4-year ban for Russia, the Court of Arbitration for Sport ended up reducing that ban to 2 years. I wonder how much they were paid off by Russia. Even though the ban on Russia is largely name only, as the Russian Olympic Committee fields each Olympic team representing the nation. As for Rylov, the 24-year-old swimmer from Novotrosk, defended himself in a news conference, stating that he has always been clean competition. From the bottom of my heart, I am for clean sport. Ryan didn't accuse me of anything, so I would rather not comment. Moose hates squirrel. Okay, so that's that for that. Or is it? Nay, my friends, nay. Let's say that again. Nay. Why isn't it over? By the way, we're at halftime, folks. Here's the reason why. We got to do the medal tracker. That's right. It's time to track the medals. And here's the update. China is still on top with 19 gold, 11 silver, and 11 bronze for 41 total. is second at 17 gold, 4 silver, 7 bronze at 28. The United States, 16 gold, 17 silver, 11 bronze for 44. See, they're just counting the golds. Russian Olympic Committee, 10 golds, 14 silver, 10 bronze for 34. Australia might 10, 3, and 13 for 26. They're in fifth and sixth place. Great Britain with 26, 8 gold, 9 silver, and 9 bronze. Next is South Korea. Let me see if we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh place is South Korea with 5 gold, 4 silver, 6 bronze for 15. Next, it's the Netherlands, 3, 7, and 5 for 15. Next, France with 3, 5, and 6 for 14. Germany, 3, 4, 9 for 16. Canada, 3, 4, and 5 for 12. And New Zealand, 3, 3, 2 for 8. Czech Republic, 3, 2, and 1 for 6. And there you go. There's your top 10, probably 11 that we have just done it. So, with that said, we leave the Olympics, or as we like to call it affectionately, we leave the 5 gold rings. And we take you now to football. That's right, football. For all the action of today's soccer games, let's kick it up a notch and tell you that in the semifinal for the Gold Cup, it was Mexico over Canada 2-1. In women's Olympic soccer, in the quarterfinals, Canada and Brazil tied at 0. So they went to penalty kicks. Canada beat Brazil 4-3. Australia over Great Britain 4-3. Sweden over Japan 3-1. Netherlands and the U.S. ended up in a 2-2 tie, but the U.S. won on penalty kicks 4-2. Irish Premier Division soccer was Waterford 2, Drogheda United 1, Shamrock Rovers 3, St. Patrick's Athletic 1. In Belgium, it was KV Oostende 4, KRC Genk 3. In Finland, it was Ils 1, Oulu 0, Lottie 3, KTP 0. Russian Premier League, Rubin Kazan, great actor he is. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a team. Rubin Kazan 3, Arsenal Tula 0, Spartak Moscow 1, Kryla Sovetov 0. And in the Major League Soccer event of the week, it was New York City 4, Columbus Crew 1. Okay, before we go to more headlines and our final little rabid remark, let us, as you know, we do this on a frequent basis. We have to check in with the folks from Indiegogo to see how good, because today was the day of the launching of Mandy Summers and Peter Gilmore's newest independent comic book called In Stunned Regard of Creativity, Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter. And I'm here to say, without shadow of a doubt, that, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a good little bumpy bump. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's hit up to that thing we like to call Boot Indiegogo and find out how Jack the Ripper is doing. And we do so with eloquence and a little stalling technique. That's right. We do stalling. We are a stall. And a good stall, don't you know? Do 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 boom. All right. We go to Indiegogo and we see how good day one went for Peter and Mandy and Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter. And here we go. And just a moment here, it's twirling around and around and around and around. And here we go, gadget, go. Let's do this proper. Do. Do 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 do. Come on. Come on. Straighten up. Fly right. And there we are. Okay, let's we blooped. Here we go again. Let's try that again. We got plenty of time, folks. We're here for a while. And here we go. Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter. Vampire Hunter. It's new from Andy Summers and Peter Gilmore, and the artwork from Gilmore is freaking fantastic. Okay, are we ready? Okay, can I have a simple fed? A simple fed? Yeah. Can I have a simple fed? Can I actually have something working properly here? Can I have a cheesy drum roll? Close enough for this show. Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, $7,940. Not bad. Not bad. Huzzah for Mandy Summers and Peter Gilmore. Let's see how many backers so far. And we're just day 1 of 30, folks. Day 1 of 30. There are 114 backers. 7,940. We're going to round it off. We're going to play the prices right here. We're rounding it off to nearest dollar. He has hit the $8,000 mark in the in the backing and the fundage. So congratulations, Mandy and Peter, on a great. I mean, this is going to be one hell of a big success. And by the way, to the people who say they want it in color, no. For a comic like this has to be black and white, because integrity of black and white brings out the pictures, brings out the artwork to its finite. I mean, Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, you should see some of the artwork by Peter Gilmore. This will knock your socks off. You don't believe me? My socks are still on. However, I'm in my basketball trunks, so they've scared the pants off me. So there you go. And huzzah, huzzing, we are down to our final segment. So once again, go to Indiegogo.com, look up Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, back it, perk it. It'll knock your pants off. It'll knock the socks off, your pants off. Hell, it'll knock your clothes off. And by the way, there's going to be a book coming out on Amazon.com. You will want to see it. It's a pirate book. It's called Captain Cockles. Trust me, it is from Andy Summers. She's one that gave us Hardcore Pornosaur, which you can also get from Amazon for the outrageously excellent price of $2.99. That's for the PDF. By the way, Hardcore Pornosaur is being now going from PDF to actual comic book. This is going to be fun, but that's coming soon. By the way, I want to congratulate Mandy Summers for also Pirate Queen, the fulfillment. That's right. On Monday, she made the announcement. On Monday, she's sending all damn Pirate Queen stuff out to all the folks that ordered it and backed it and sidewinded it. and did all that good stuff. So, who says the industry is dead and buried when you have folks like Mandy Summers, John Malin, Clint, EVS, among others, breathing new life in the industry that, let's face it, it needs to be shaken up. It needs, the comic book industry nowadays needs to know, folks, that being woke doesn't sell. And these folks like Mandy Summers and those I have mentioned have worked hard. Their blood, sweat, and tears is in every project they do. And believe me, they are good. In fact, maybe tomorrow or sometime next week, I got to ask a friend of mine if she will provide voice and help me out. I'm going to record. I said this last time, and I'm still going to do it. Where is it? Where is it? No, we did that live. That is it, Beauregard. Where is it? I want to show them what we're going to do. Just bring the whole damn thing here. Oh baby, it's a toughin'. Okay, we did Wart the Wizard live on 2 nights, but we're going to record this one. And where's here it is. Is this it? Nope, that's calendar. Where is it, you little stinker? Is it hiding? Yeah, it's hiding. It's in hiding, folks. It's in hiding. I thought it. I actually thought it was in Ohio, but really not. Is this it? Nope. Is this it? No. No, that's not it. Is this it? Nope. That's Shudokan. Come on, guys. It's got to be in here. Oh, there it is. There it is. I went past it. Here is the next book that I am going to record audioly or videoly. Yeah, I'm going to do it videoly if I can ask a friend of mine to provide the woman's voice, the lady's voice, the kid's voice, and all the voices of the women in it. Here it is. Super Dead. That's right. I'm going to do a version of I'm going to do Super Dead. Wart the Wizard was good. Super Dead, I predict it's going to be even wilder because my voices include sort of a Rod Serling type narrator. So once again, sometime next week, if I can get one of my friends to help out, Super Dead will be the next one to be given a little treatment. Okay, so we have done that. We are down to our last segment, but before we do that, we got to complete our little roundage. That's right. So let's do this with proper, okay? Because we're at 43 minutes, 38 seconds. Let's go to it. All right. After a slow draft night in which they only had 1 second-round pick, the Boston Celtics have jumped into the mix with a trade on Friday. This was not 1, not 2, but a 3-team deal. The Celtics will send Tristan Thompson to the Sacramento Kings. The Kings, therefore, will send Delon Wright to the Atlanta Hawks, and the Hawks will send Chris Dunn, Bruno Fernando, a second-round pick to the Celtics, according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Now, Thompson signed with the Celtics, was expected to provide the size, defense, and toughness around the basket that the team was missing. Well, save for one great playoff game against the Brooklyn Nets, he was a bust. He only put up averages of 7.6 points, 8.1 rebounds in just 54 games. Now he's off to Sacramento to join a Kings team that needs help in the front court. Marvin Bagley III has been a bust in his first few seasons, while Richon Holmes and Hassan Whiteside are both hitting free agency and are not a guarantee to be back. Thompson has passed his prime, but the Kings need reliable front court depth, and he's still a solid option off the bench. Wright barely played for the Kings last season, so losing him don't mean much to him. He didn't figure to play a whole lot next season anyway, given their log jam in the backcourt that was exacerbated by selecting Davion Mitchell with the number 9 pick. In Atlanta, however, Wright should slot right in as backup point guard behind Trae Young, a big point guard with size who can defend multiple positions and is a solid three-point threat. Wright fits in well with the team the Hawks are building. Dunn and Fernando played a combined 37 games for the Hawks last season. This is a great trade for him. They dumped 2 end of the bench players for very solid rotation ground. As for the Celtics, this deal serves plenty of purposes. First and foremost, saves some money. Thomas was set to make about $10 million next season, while Dunn and Fernando combined will make about $7 million. That's not super exciting, but clearing out some room under the luxury tax makes sense, especially when Thompson didn't figure to be a big part of the rotation next season. So we go on further. All right, let's go to the trade tracker for the for baseball, guys. The NBA, not the NBA. This is the MLB. There we go. Major League Baseball trade deadline tracker. Let's go to it. Here we go. Philadelphia acquired infielder Freddie Galvis. Baltimore acquired right-hand pitcher Tyler Birch. Pittsburgh acquired infielder Michael Chevis. Boston acquired left-handed pitcher Austin Davis. Toronto acquired right-handed pitcher Joaquin Soria, while Arizona acquired 2 players to be named later. Atlanta acquired right-hand pitcher Richard Rodriguez. Pittsburgh acquired right-handed pitcher Bryce Wilson and Ricky DeVito. Atlanta also acquired outfielder Jorge Soler. Kansas City acquired right-handed pitcher Casey Kalich. St. Louis acquired left-handed pitcher J.A. Happ, while Minnesota acquired right-handed pitcher John Gant and left-handed pitcher Evan Sisk. St. Louis acquired left-handed pitcher John Lester, while Washington acquired outfielder Lane Thomas. Boston acquired right-handed pitcher Hansel Robles, while Minnesota acquired right-handed pitcher Alex Sharif. San Francisco acquired infielder Chris Bryant. The Cubs acquired right-hand pitcher Caleb Killian and outfielder Alexander Canario. Philadelphia acquired right-handed pitchers Kyle Gibson, Ian Kennedy, and Hans Kroos, while Texas acquired right-handed pitcher Spencer Howard. The New York Mets acquired infielder Javier Baez, right-handed pitcher Trevor Williams, while the Cubs acquired outfielder Peter Crow Armstrong. Oakland acquired infielder Josh Harrison, catcher Yan Gomes. Washington acquired catcher and designated hitter Drew Milas, right-handed pitchers Seth Schumann and Richard Gouch. The White Sox acquired Craig Kimbrell, while the Cubs acquired second baseman Nick Madrill, right-handed pitcher Cody Hewer. Milwaukee acquired left-handed pitcher Daniel Norris. Detroit acquired right-handed pitcher Reese Olson. Atlanta acquired Adam Duvall, while Miami acquired catcher Alec Jackson. Atlanta acquired outfielder Eddie Rosario. Cleveland acquired infielder Pablo Sandoval. And finally today, the Toronto folks acquired right-handed pitcher Jose Berrios, while Minnesota acquired shortstop outfielder Austin Martin and right-handed pitcher Simeon Woods Richardson. And that was all today, folks, July 30th. Yay! So there we go on that one. In the National Basketball Association news, well, the 2021 NBA draft was on Thursday, but the biggest news of the day wasn't about a pick. Ahead of the draft, the Washington Wizards agreed to trade Russell Westbrook and 2 future second-round picks to the LA Lakers in exchange for Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and the number 22 overall pick. The Lakers, who were already a contender, became one of the most fascinating teams heading into next season. How will Westbrook, one of the most ball-dominant players in the league, has ever seen, fit in Anthony Davis? No one is sure. For what it's worth, the players have faith in it. Well, the Lakers spent literally all of what they had on Russell Westbrook. So, when they do that, they expect action. They expect a championship. I mean, right now, the Lakers have no more cap space. They got no more money to shell out. Boo. Okay, in Major League Baseball, I know we got to do a couple of other stories. Bear with. New York Mets' Jacob deGrom has suffered a setback in his rehab from forearm tightness and will be shut down for 2 weeks. GM Zach Scott told reporters, including Tim Healy of Newsday, after that, deGrom will have to go through a ramp-up period before rejoining the rotation, pushing his expected return into September in all likelihood. deGrom, the 33-year-old, has been on the injured list for nearly 2 weeks because of the inflammation. In his 15 starts this season, he's compiled a 108 ERA and a 13.27 strikeout to walk ratio. Now, unfortunately, deGrom has experienced several health-related bouts of turbulence this season, leaving multiple starts with some injury or another. He even missed a stretch in May because of what was described as right side tenderness. Now, with deGrom, and the Mets will try out a starting rotation that includes Marcus Stroman, Carlos Carrasco, making his season and team debut yesterday. Tajuan Walker, Rich Hill, and rookie Tyler McGill. The Mets acquired right-hander Trevor Williams from the Cubs as part of the Javier Baez trade on Friday. It is unclear if they envision him taking a spot in the rotation or simply providing length out of the bullpen. We shall keep you in touch with that one. Okay, we got 5 minutes left, and here we go. Yankees had depth with Haney from the Angels. We've already done, and Carson Wentz is out probably for a season with an injury for the Indianapolis Colts, who signed him. Wentz is reportedly visiting a foot specialist and may require surgery after being declared out indefinitely. Colts brought Wentz to Indianapolis to become their next franchise quarterback. What do they do now at quarterback when Wentz on the mend? Well, the Colts are only through a few days of practice, and week 1 isn't until September 12th. There's plenty of time for the Colts to settle on a QB. There's quite a few options for the Colts over the next few weeks to consider, like Nick Foles, Gardner Minshew, Jacob Eason, or go with Jacob Eason, the Colts quarterback. It is truly weird. Okay, let us go for the final burp and give you the word of words as it pertains to the Olympics. We've already done the soccer, the women's soccer. Let's go now to the Olympic Games. France beat Iran 79-62, and in the first quarter of action with 6 minutes left, Italy leads Nigeria 19-10. In the women's basketball, Team USA defeated Japan 86-69. France over Nigeria 87-62. China over Australia 76-74. And right now, let's take you to golf. In the Olympic Games for the men, Matsuyama and Ortiz of Matsuyama of Japan, Ortiz of Italy, and Schoffel of the U.S. are tied at 12 under. through holes that are still going on as we speak. So there you go. And guess what? You're going to love this, but we're done. We're done with the show, and we're done with our Friday night edition of this very wild broadcast. Thank you to our erstwhile announcer, Harry von Stuttgart, for the pleasurable announcing he has done throughout the week. Thanks to everyone in the control room in keeping us on the air. Good work. And thanks to everybody who, as I've already said, always makes this show a fun little fiesta. Unpredictable it may be. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. We'll be back tomorrow at 11:35, I reckon. And with that said, we say goodnight from everybody here at Sports Final. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll talk to you Saturday night at 11:35 Eastern Time, unless a big event forces us to go to midnight. So until then, this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports, as well as YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. And sometime next month, we're going to ride in with Twitch to do this show. That's right, Twitch and YouTube and maybe Facebook. I'm going to see if I can't download one of the studio things and see if I can actually work on it. So we'll see you tomorrow night here on the regular YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. Good night.